South China Morning Post, 10th of October 2023, Belt and Road, China's geopolitical reorientation is not good news for underdeveloped countries. The Belt and Road Initiative is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year, and China will play host to the third edition of the Forum for International Cooperation this month. Over the past 10 years, China has invested in nations worldwide and worked to establish new grounds for growth and development. According to the Foreign Ministry, the project has produced approximately $1 trillion in investment, more than 420,000 jobs, and coverage across more than three-quarters of the world's countries. More than 110 countries are anticipated to send representatives. People anticipate the forum will differ from the second one conducted in 2019, even though there will be a lot of publicity around it. The joint communique from that time strongly emphasized multilateralism and improved collaboration on joint ventures and foreign direct investment. Additionally, encouraging green development and sustainable development were priorities. To accomplish the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres emphasized these concepts and stated that additional work must be done. President Xi Jinping also mentioned the need for nations to remove obstacles and improve their integration into international supply chains. Since then, China's and the developing world's circumstances have changed. The COVID-19 pandemic sent shockwaves through the world economy, making poorer nations' recovery periods more challenging. Challenges face China's internal economy, and many experts disagree about when it will recover. As a result, loans for developing nations are becoming more complicated due to China's slowing development, youth unemployment, and the faltering real estate industry. Belt and Road investments are also declining. For instance, the quantity and value of loans have decreased when examining the initiatives in Africa. According to Boston University's Global Development Policy Center, loan averages decreased by 37% from $213.03 million to $135.15 million between the pre-pandemic years of 2017 to 2019 and the post-pandemic period of 2020 to 2022. In the post-pandemic era, loans have decreased from 184 to 32. In addition, the West has intensified its battle with China's showcase strategy since the second meeting. China's ambassador to the EU, Fu Kong, has attempted to alleviate Western worries by asserting that his country never imposes any project on any country. China constantly provides support, and the government always comes up with the project. He emphasized that the endeavor was not meant to threaten the West. But it's too late to try to influence the West this way. Italy, the only country from the group of 7 to join, has already announced its intention to withdraw. Furthermore, the West has increased its attempts to offer options for development through programs like Europe's Global Gateway and the US Build Back Better World. An India-Middle East-Europe economic corridor is also being planned. To sever this link, China has enlisted the help of the Hamas terrorist organization. The United States, India, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, France, Germany, Italy, and the European Union are partners in this project. It will link Europe, the Middle East, and Asia through ports and railroads. It will also make it easier to build other projects along the corridor. China will refrain from bringing up divisive topics like the Belt and Road Initiative or its internal economy at this year's forum. Instead, it will highlight its accomplishments, such as the $7.3 billion bullet train project connecting Jakarta and Bandung in Indonesia. A $6 billion Chinese-built railway that connects Kunming in Yunnan province to Vientiane, the capital, will also open in December 2021 in Laos. China is building its Kyaukphyu deep-sea port in Myanmar and collaborating on developing railways with other nations, including Vietnam and Thailand. China and East Timor, meantime, have said they will work together to create a strategy to support the Belt and Road Initiative. China's goals for this project are evolving, though the forum may not make this obvious. It will now concentrate on more strategically significant nations, especially those in the Indo-Pacific area, and has become more discriminating in the projects it undertakes. The adage "small is beautiful" has gained traction regarding fresh Chinese investment, suggesting Beijing will concentrate on more focused, smaller-scale initiatives. Most likely, many of them work in the transportation industry, which has committed 33% of all capital since 2018. Beijing published a white paper titled A Global Community of Shared Future, China's Proposals and Actions towards the end of last month. This document highlights possible summit subjects, including the Greek port of Piraeus, green development, Southeast Asian railway projects, and the Angren-Pap railway line in Uzbekistan. Maximizing synergy for advancing high-quality Belt and Road cooperation and emphasizing improving connectivity between the initiative's 6 corridors are expected to be the main goals of the third summit. China's change in approach is most likely to hurt developing countries more than developed ones. As developing nations strive to meet the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030, they are confronted with an increasing yearly investment deficit, according to the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Currently, the annual difference is $4 trillion. The Global South will try to gain Beijing's favor even if the Belt and Road Initiative slows down because China contributes roughly 40% of global growth.